Our lives begin to end the moment we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. I am white. I will never in my life endure racial oppression due to the existence of white supremacy and white privilege. I am white and I am alive, unlike the child of color my age who was one bullet away from becoming a hashtag Black Lives Matter. Racism is the hung elephant in the room, as real as the breath I have in my lungs right now to recite the speech to you. It's memorizing your unconceived child's eulogy. When all the kids in class look back at them while they learn about slaves, it's not getting the apartment, being called a terrorist, taught generation after generation how to survive in your own skin, not being able to wipe your feet on the welcome mat. It's being forced into the fire and not being allowed to complain about the heat, the global warming of the human race. The human race is very problematic, promoting enlightenment, but only to those who look like them, manipulation of the minds who are different, falling blindly behind hashtag all lives matter when we are unjust, when the very country we live in was uprooted due to the genocide of one race and the enslavement of another. Like all people who don't look like us were raised to destruct, the ticking time bomb just ready to go off. It's not what they are. They are the armor they call their skin to protect their 206 bones held up by their crowbar of a spine, since they always have to be the stronger one, always have to be the quiet one. Don't put your hands up, don't surrender, it's too threatening. Like you're a gang sign having to convince authority a black life is worth living, an Islamic life is worth living, a life is worth living. It's sad, you know, being asked what you want to be when you grow up and having to answer alive like it's a profession. It's okay. You could breathe again. Here's the stars. Reach for them. Don't let the bitterness of man who fear human progression stop you. The way of life could be free and beautiful, but we have lost our way. Please, Mr. President, first black president, say it again. We cannot solve the challenges of our time unless we solve them together. Unless we do away with greed, hate, and intolerance and create a world of reason where all, in the name of democracy, have the power to promote happiness, liberty, and most importantly, unity, where I could bury my graveyard of a mouth, stop spitting up the remains of the lives lost due to the injustice to prove a point, stop clothes-pinning, eyes open to see the horrors, to see the truth and what the world is becoming. A world full of racial iniquity where there isn't a rise of xenophobic culture and globalization disguised as patriotism, where, according to SaveTheChildren.org, 19.5 million refugees are forced to abandon their homes essentially due to nationalistic wars. We can't abandon them too. Where 9.7 million of those are children, and this number is drastically rising, where these numbers are more than just numbers, their families fleeing out of fear, their children shedding tears. It's the start of a journey to live the American dream that may even be more hurtful. We need to save them. We need to find ourselves. We need a movement we're allowed to manifest our dreams, reform a broken criminal justice system that thrives off racial profiling, reinvent the moral grounds we stand on to build steps to reach the Holy Grail, hope. Our current situation is most definitely not our final destination, but when we learn that the beauty of the world lies within the diversity of its people, we'll get there. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light could do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love could do that. The revolution starts now and with you, to closing one door and opening another. Thank you.